Just know that everybody is on this wave and they're listening. So imagine when we wake up our brother Big Meech and he's able to tell the streets, yo, this is the wave, this is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? So the works that we are doing is not in vain. It's reaching everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? So the beginning of this presentation tonight, we're gonna get into something called a conscious industry. I had to revamp my whole presentation because when we came into Detroit yesterday, I saw a Detroit that I had no idea existed. It's so beautiful the way that the ancestors worked this thing out because we were struggling with the lineup all night, right? I think Minister Inky was gonna close for S.T.E.A.M.S, but the Spirit told me, no, make sure that you come up before this powerful brother right here and make sure that you right there. So that Divine switched around and it wound up that Divine was the one that was closing out right before I came on. But the way that the ancestors worked and everything that that brother just was telling you, I have information to follow up, to add on. Perfect symmetry. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about the conscious industry tonight. The fact that we belong to a so-called community, right, that has multiple industries inside of it. I just shared with you that in the apparel industry, we have a lot of brands that are putting together some very fly stuff, I might add. You dig what I'm saying? The apparel, there's multiple different brands of apparel that exist out here. So we exist in a time where Marcus Garvey told you to take your culture back, and that's gonna save you. He told you to take technology back, and that's what's gonna save you. He told you to take engineering back, and that's what's gonna save you. There is an engineering college across the street, right? They said that Steve Jobs didn't know how to build a computer, but he knew what he wanted the computer to do. You live in Motown, you live in Detroit. This is the land where the black man was using his mind as an engineer. This shit is in the soil. They was building cars here. So this is a tech hub. You come from the loins of technology and engineering geniuses who revived the dream of Marcus Garvey when he talked about engineering and STEAMs. Okay? Y'all got empty factories out here waiting for you. But we gotta understand that the industries have to be built. Then we have a purpose to go into those empty factories and those warehouses to get busy. Okay? So we're gonna go right along. We press for time, so hopefully we're able to get through the presentations. It's about 2 of them put together. Social entrepreneurship is the process of pursuing innovative solutions to social problems. More specifically, social entrepreneurs adopt a mission to create and sustain social value. They pursue opportunities to serve this mission while continuously adapting and learning. They draw upon appropriate thinking in both the business and nonprofit worlds and operate in all kinds of organizations, large and small, new and old, religious and secular, nonprofit, for-profit, and hybrid. Please take your pens and pads out and take these notes. I'm not able to expound on all of the information that I'm going to share tonight. I encourage the students in the audience to expound on this information. But go ahead and Google this. This is what the Europeans, this is what the Asians, this is what the Indians, and this is what the African is using to make millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to help their situation right now. And they're letting you march, they're letting you cry, they're letting you do all kind of dumb shit, sing and dance, they're letting you do everything contrary to telling you what's going on right now. While they're making millions of dollars and smiling and tweeting each other, sharing your hashtag, they're not putting you on to what's the solutions. So everything that I just described, I can identify a plethora of different organizations inside a conscious community that fall right underneath that definition. Okay, this is the new non-for-profit, but you're doing social work for profit. We're in Detroit, right? What has to be done out here? It's Is it not a lot of social work? To do social good in your community and be able to profit off of that within your community, right? Because we're responsible for ourselves. Europeans should not have to come into our neighborhoods with a goddamn broom and a mop to clean it up. How the hell you got super churches, you got regular churches with 20 members, and every Sunday the pastor doesn't ignite them, or he doesn't tell them, get a goddamn broom and clean outside of these neighborhoods? Is that not Christian-like? Is cleanliness not next to godliness? Or how the hell you allow Europeans to come and sweep up your neighborhood and call that gentrification, and then your rent goes up $2,000? And you're comfortable with that shit. Why are we not cleaning up our own neighborhoods? Painting our ancestral iconography on the walls, restoring Ma'at, restoring Kemet through graffiti and murals and other things of that nature. This is your cipher. Control it. This is your neighborhood. We went to the store today, the health food store. What was the name of it? Save-A? And the whole wall was painted Black Lives Matter. Right? Like a Warhol, like a Keith Haring painting. That's powerful. We gotta start doing more of that. We have to be disruptors through our artwork. This is a renaissance that we're in. Please be able to see that. You're in the midst of a renaissance, and you're participants in that. So wherever you look, whether it's spiritual practices or religion, they say what? Ye are rich. Man makes the money, money don't make the man. Money is an inanimate object. Negroes be worshiping that. How you gonna worship something that has no life? It only has the energy that you give it. That's called currency. If you put a dollar bill down, it cannot move on its own. KT the arts degree couldn't do a molecular breakdown of a goddamn dollar bill or Benjamin Franklin. But we dying over that. You dying over the concepts. You don't know that you're the money. So every single day in Detroit, trillionaires is getting bodied. What are you gonna do about it? I'll wait. He just explained to you all of the molecular importance of who we are. All right? Business entrepreneurs typically measure performance in profit and return, but social entrepreneurs also take into account a positive return to society. Social entrepreneurship typically furthers broad social, cultural, and environmental goals and is commonly associated with the voluntary and not-for-profit sectors. Not-for-profit is distinctively different than non-profit. Not-for-profit means that there could be no money made by government. You understand? These are private corporations. They're not non-profits. Non-profits are totally different. We all familiar with what a non-profit is. But did you know that the NFL is a non-profit? Did you know that the NHL is a non-profit? So these are shell companies that are using these corporate distinctions to, pretty much hide their money. But a not-for-profit is not a non-profit. A not-for-profit is saying the government cannot make profit off of this company. It's private. Business majors that are out there, people who understand what it is that I'm talking about, now it is your duty. Moors who like to do a lot of paperwork, people who like to do paperwork, period, who understand how to search for grants, how to write proposals. You have to now be charged to do that. You be the master teacher of that. You dig what I'm saying? Take that and run with it. Become social entrepreneurs in Detroit. This way you can sit in certain rooms where the checks are being cut and demand that you get your checks cut. They have these social venture capitalists. But these are the people, these social venture capital firms, they are not necessarily compromised of you and I, okay, at this point. But that means nothing. We want to eradicate any sense of you can't do what you want to do, or you can't extract the money that's on the table that you know that you want, because you'll do it anywhere else, right? Nobody's going to tell you that you can't eat. So these firms, but we also have to start leaning on the people who have the funds. Do you know what a venture capitalist is? That's one of the B-boys in the hood that's sitting on 100 racks under the bed. Huh? That's throwing 30 racks in the club while we at war. Won't spend $3 with us. Won't do the, don't. I've been on 125th Street for 10 years. Right next to S.T.E.A.M.S. Doing what I do, he's doing what he does, and there's a whole bunch of people out there doing what they do. Not one day have anybody come over there and made that shit rain. They didn't come with the duffel bag like what Meechin was taking to the club. Nobody has come there yet and said, yo, good work, good brothers. This is your reward. We don't have reward systems in consciousness. The white boys is killing our people. The non-people, they have crowdfunding campaigns now. That's a reward system. So they know now if we put in work, we'll get rewarded. Our names will be mentioned, immortalized, and we'll get some bread. And my family will be millions of dollars richer. Hashtag Zimmerman. But you're not even allowed to know the name of people that put in work on Europeans. Show of hands, anybody know the name of the brother who came to Brooklyn, New York, and made Eric Gardner and Mike Brown a martyr? I'll wait. What was his name? Nobody read his manifesto. He understood that the way that you take victimhood into the sacred realm of martyrdom is that you sacrifice in their name. Right? Don't the Christians march to war with the saints who became martyrs? And they talk about the spiritual powers and all of the other stuff that they bring to them because they shed blood in their name. When you see the murals and all of that out there, when they murk Pookie in them and Ray Ray in them, they make Ray Ray a martyr by putting in work in his name. We got mad victims that we wear on our t-shirts that haven't become martyrs yet. The ancestors are not proud of that. We're not allowed to even know the names of people who do things like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what S.T.E.A.M.S was talking about with the fear that they got on us. Huh? So I gotta move forward.